Hey everyone, it's Joey Yap here, and thank you so much for joining me today for this very impromptu live session. We are going to talk about the rat in 2021, and this has been a result of many questions that I've been receiving on Telegram as well as on my Facebook. And so everyone is asking about, they have their own concerns and questions. I can see a lot of questions right now here as well on YouTube. So I'll do my best to answer as many as possible. Hopefully you guys will get an insight as to what the year of the metal ox has in store for you when you have rat in the chart. So let me get this clear from the start. So this is about the rat in 2021, and most people would probably assume that rat is just their year of birth, right? Born the year of the rat. But if you are familiar with my system of Feng Shui Astrology, you can also be born in a month of the rat. Therefore, our discussion applies to you as well. You could be born in the day of the rat. You could also be born in with the hour of the rat, or you could be born without any of these signs, but you could be going through a 10-year cycle where you're going through the rat cycle, or maybe you're using the feng shui and you're influenced by the sector of the rat in the house. So there are many ways you could be influenced by the energies of the rat animal sign, and or maybe someone who's born with the rat sign in their charts, and you have to deal with them, and therefore they are now part of their astrology influence. Okay, so there could be many ways. And so today I want to spend a little bit of time this afternoon, lunchtime, I believe, for most people here in Asia. Just a quick one to go through some of these questions that you guys may have. And so let me make it clear, I'm not going to be talking about other animal signs, as I've stated so in my Telegram, that we'll reserve that for another time. So today was only about the rat. So you can ask anything if you have the rat in the chart, or if you deal with anyone who has the rat in the chart. Just go ahead and post the questions here on the comment section, and I'll bring it up right here and we can talk about it. Okay. So prior to this, I have already released a video right here on YouTube on specifically on the forecast for the rat for 2021. Okay. But I'll do a quick recap here before we go on to the Q&A. So this is the Q&A to follow up to that video. So if you've not already watched that video, it's on my channel right here on YouTube. So just click on my name on the, it's believe on the description section of this video that you're seeing now. You should be able to access the page, and the video is right there. I just posted a couple of days ago, I believe, and you could watch it and to get some insights on that. Okay, so if you have questions, go ahead and post it on the comment section here. And before we begin today's session, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to get notifications for all videos and live videos I will release right here on YouTube. Okay. All right. So let's do a quick recap, and then I'll go straight to the questions for you guys today. So for the rat, if you know 2020, before 2021, last year, 2020 was not exactly an easy year for the rat because it's the Grand Duke. Last year is the year of the rat. Well, technically, we're not past it yet because today, right now, is still January 4th. The transition date to the year of the metal ox begins on February the 3rd. So this is still a part of the year of the metal rat as we are doing this video, this live broadcast right now. Okay. So, but after February 3rd, the rat sign will be influenced by 5 particular main stars. Okay, the auxiliary stars. So, how astrologers basically look at animal signs is that animal signs it's how, when the Earth orbits the sun, it's one section is like a position where, there are certain star constellations, and that section is called the rat, in the position of that orbit, okay, of Earth around the sun. So there are 12 sections. So a lot of times people tend to look at animal signs and talk about the characteristics and how people born under that sign will have that nature of the animal sign. That is total bullshit. Okay, the animal signs do not have specific characteristics. Okay, rat. Just because you're born a rat in the chart doesn't mean you're sneaky. Okay, it doesn't mean you're sneaky. Doesn't mean you like to save up food and you're greedy like a rat. No, it's not like that. Okay, so you know, I know people do that. People like to say animal signs have certain behavioral patterns. That is very much a Western perception of the 12 animal signs, 12 Chinese metaphysics, animal signs, but they're not. They're just signs to help us tell certain position in time. Okay, so they don't necessarily have behavioral patterns. All right, so I hope I just demystified the first thing. Okay, just because you're born in a rat doesn't mean you're sneaky and you like to come out at night. Doesn't mean you're born in the year of the rabbit you're a vegetarian, and just doesn't mean if you are born in the year of the pig you eat shit. Okay, doesn't mean that. So that's behavioral things that is imagined by I think a lot of imaginative writers in probably for newspapers, for entertainment purposes. Okay, but for what in reality in astrology, in Chinese astrology, these animal signs tell a point in time, right? Star positions. So this year you have 5 stars, the Grand Duke combination, because you are combining with the Grand Duke. Okay, combining with, because the Grand Duke is ox, and ox and rat is a combo. So we call this Soi Hap. Soi Hap means I'm friends with or I'm partnering with the boss of the year. Okay. The second good stars, as you've seen my video before, it's the intelligence star. Great star to have. Okay. So clearly this is a year of a lot of people say with the intelligence star, it's good for academic pursuits and stuff. Well, every year you have to do academic pursuits. Just that with intelligence star, it makes it easier. Okay, I'll tell you more about it shortly. And the third star is Jade Hall, which is one of the big wealth stars for the year, which is great. And the other 2 stars are the so-called not so great stars called Sickness, Charm, and Surpassing Path. So you can see more of this in my previous video. I've already talked about all this 5 in the previous video. What I'll do is I'll answer questions that is you know, related to this, having this sign in your chart. Okay, so how many of you have a rat sign in your parts chart? Go and type 1 in the comment section right now. Okay, you have a rat sign in the chart. Cool. Okay, let me answer some questions here now. All right, so or if you don't have rat in the chart, but you know someone who has rat in their chart. Someone born in December has rat in the chart. Okay, someone born midnight, 11 p.m. to about 1 a.m. has rat in the chart. Okay, so there could be many people rat in the chart. Okay, so first things first, well, the rat sign. Okay, the rat sign this year, I would look at it as one of the positive stars, positive animal signs to have. The reason for that is because I usually like a combination with the Grand Duke, with the leader of the year, which means if you are looking, seeking help, right? I think in life, a lot of us need help. A lot of us need assistance. It's just that a lot of us don't have maybe the courage to ask for help, or maybe we don't know how to ask for help. We ask in a way that is not exactly friendly, right? So, but ask for help this year, right? Ask for help, ask for assistance, ask for teachings, because combining with the Grand Duke allows you to connect with people, especially people with power. So one of the things we need to know if you have read in the chart is at least look for people with quality and people who have the credentials. Just because your chart says it's good for partnership doesn't mean you're going to partner any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to ask help from any unqualified people. The problem is many people are so eager to give out advice, right? So many give advice, but are they qualified to give you the advice, right? Have they been there, done that? Do they have the experience? And do they have your best interest in mind? So a lot of times, right, if we ask for advice just from our friends who don't know better, they're probably going to give you shit advice. Okay, so you have this star in the chart. So the first thing you want to do, now you can still prepare because we haven't started the year yet. You got to at least list out the top 3 people, people you respect because you respect what they have done. They have the capacity, the leadership, they have done something significant, and you want to be able to learn from them. So you want to have a target list, okay, so that you could approach them, so that you could offer them first. Listen, if you want someone to help you, you first got to help them, okay? If you want to ask for something, you got to first give something. So a lot of people have the wrong intention, right? Especially in Chinese metaphysics, they think, people help me. People just like, I'm entitled being helped. No, that's bullshit. Need slap, okay? You want anyone to give you any support or assistance, first be valuable to them. Okay, so I know this for a lot of Chinese people. It's yin sat. Yin sat means reality. You know, it means reality. Reality is like that. You gotta build connection, build relationship first. You gotta at least be their friend, right? So start with that. So you can plan for this. Listen, I know a lot of people don't plan much. They just say, "Oh, let's leave it to astrology." No, astrology just tells you have this opportunity, but whether or not you pursue it aggressively, you want to make use of this in a more a way that it benefits you. It requires you to be intentional about it. Okay, so it's not an entitlement, but you do have the opportunity to connect well and work with others. Make sure the ones you're working with have substantial credentials and capabilities. So a lot of people will say, "Hey, I got right my chart. Doesn't mean I work well with my spouse." Well, is your spouse capable in the first place? Is he or she wise? If not, don't listen, right? Otherwise, the more you listen, the more worse you become. So you have to understand certain people might have financial knowledge to advise you. Some people have no financial skills. All they know how to do is save money. Okay, listen, a lot of people don't have a saving problem. They have an income problem. That's the thing, right? Who doesn't know how to save? They just have an income problem. So you're asking the wrong people, right? So understand from the perspective of astrology, it just tells you have this opportunity, and how you're going to use it really depends on how you are planning. Okay, planning the your activities for the year. Okay, so that's red in the chart. So the question now, of course, would be where red is found, right? Okay, but before that, remember you also have this star called intelligence star. I said earlier on. Okay, so intelligence star doesn't necessarily mean doing well in exams. That's what a lot of people think, that I got intelligence star, good, exam is good. The thing is, I've seen a lot of parents is like, also worried about their kids, because they're not doing well in school. They need to get the kids to get good grades. So they're very happy with intelligence star. You know who needs intelligence? The parents need intelligence star. Okay, listen. A lot of times, if for whatever we want to achieve right now, from where we are to where we want to be, the missing link is really just knowledge. Okay, you just don't know how to get there. So if you have red in your chart this year, that means you already have this star at some aspect of your life. The question is, are you willing to learn? A lot of people might say, I'm willing to learn if it's easy. Okay, because this year is easier to learn, but you still have to go and learn and pick up a book or attend a course, right? So if you don't have already, my recommendation to you, if you have red in the chart, those of you guys who already have this in the chart, plan for at least attending one of the classes that you want to learn, a skill set. Okay, be ready to learn. Be ready to go and sign up for a program, do your MBA, learn new skill. You need to go and learn. Okay, so if you don't learn, then how would you know how to do it? You cannot just like one day meditate and suddenly, I now know how to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, most people can't figure shit out. Right? We can't figure shit out. So we got to go on and learn something, right? So this would be a great year for you to pick up the skill. So the question is, what skills, right? What skills? Well, that depends on where your red is, okay? If the red is in the year, okay, year of birth, go learn people skills. Connection, networking is a skill. Guys, listen, networking is a skill. Networking requires the ability to at least be charming and likable, be able to build great relationships. All this is a skill. It's not something that happens to you. Networking doesn't happen to you. It's intentional. It's an effort. So you got to go learn the skill. So if you have this red in the year, how many of you got red in the year? Like right now, in your year of birth, born in year of red. Okay, you have it in your chart. Go ahead and type me here in your comment section. In the comment section right now. Okay. So you have it in the year, then it's up to you to learn that skill set. All right, being able to connect with people, and please, when you connect with people, if you connect with losers, you're gonna be part of them. Okay, so I know this sounds like, why are you being so realistic about this, being so yin sat? Yeah, you have to be, right? I think in some ways, you say, "Oh, don't judge, don't judge." You gotta at least be able to know whether some of your friends are winners or losers, right? Come on, right? So you're okay. This is a loser group. Let's not network with him. I only got one chance of networking, and I use it on loser friends. You need slap again, okay? You got one chance to network, and you network with loser friends. You have a big problem. So you got one chance to network this year to build that skill set. Go and use it on powerful people. Okay, so this is what you need to do. Now, if you have read in the month of birth, meaning you're born somewhere between December 7 to January 6, okay, you're born around this time, you have read in your year of birth, okay, your month of birth. So which indicates in your work, you're going to build very good business ties and relationship. Business ties and relationship, okay? So if you are now, the thing is, a lot of people think that astrology is predictive, okay? I give you one example. Look at this question, okay, from Olga. I was born this time. What lies ahead? Nothing lies ahead for you, Olga, okay? I don't know what you're planning to do. Maybe you just sleep on the bed for the rest of the year, all right? It's not fatal, Olga, okay? Listen, what happens in astrology is the energies are there. It depends on how you use them. What do you plan to do? Okay. So if you don't plan, you don't plan what to do, nothing in astrology is going to make you have a good year. Okay. I said this many times before, but people have an assumption that, oh, what's in store for me? Nothing is in store for you. Okay. Nothing is in store for you. It depends on what you want, what you plan for the year. Did you plan to do anything, and did you intend to execute it? Right. So if you don't intend to execute it, you can just say whatever you want in astrology. Or this year you're going to have a good year. No, you won't. Right. You're going to do, and you just rot like a rat. Okay. So if you would like to do something, if you have read in the month, so you need to build that business network. You need to go out and meet, do the meetings, right? Nowadays you can do the Zoom meetings. You can have all this networking events for business. I can do it online. You have meeting groups. You can get on Clubhouse. There's a new app just for a group of people to talk and have live sessions. You gotta do that, okay? So you gotta do that. Or if you don't do these things, what's the point of having this star in the chart? Just because it's there does not mean it will happen for you. It can happen for you if you go along with it and do something. Now, if red is in the day, right? It's the day. So day is your personal relationship. So you might find 2021 that there might be more, interesting and intelligent conversations with your spouse. I think that is great to have intelligent conversations with your spouse. Will it not be interesting? Because I mean, every day if you have stupid conversations with your spouse, either you get more stupid or that person will get really annoyed with you. So this is not. I think having the rat in the chart means, let's have more intelligent conversation. How do you have intelligent conversations? Both of you, including yourself and your spouse, study something, learn something new, okay? Or talk about, analyze, an event or a topic, or talk about what to do, plan for the future, stuff like that, okay? That's how you make intelligent use of the energies, okay? I know this is very different than the other form of astrology. I know a lot of astrologers say, you have read the chart, you have sickness charm, you're going to be sick this year, you're going to die. This is all bullshit, yeah? The astrology is nothing more than energies, okay? It's vibrational energy. So the vibration is just there, right? You tune in and you using it is a choice. You don't have to do anything. If you think, okay, this astrology is bullshit, then don't do anything. But if you are aware of it, you are now able to tune in. Now you can use it, but you just gotta have a plan for it. Okay, so if I have read in my spouse palace this year, I would plan to build. Let's learn things together with the spouse, right? Let's go on journeys together. Even if I can't travel physically, I want to learn something together. I'll buy a course together, or I'll learn something online. I will do something together, pick up a new skill together, because this will allow intelligent conversations. One of the worst things that breaks relationships is when one of the parties talks stupid. Right? You just mentioned that, right? I mean, if you talk stupid all the time, your spouse is going to be really pissed off. Or your spouse will talk stupid to you, like, so you cannot take it anymore, right? So you talk intelligent, right? Not have intelligent conversations, not stupid conversations, right? So this is something and that needs learning. Okay. Because otherwise you emo talk all the time. You emo, she emo, I emo, you emo, everybody emo, right? Emotional. That's what emo means here. So you get emo all the time. What do you talk about? All right, love and sunshine needs slap again. Okay, so this is why, you know, you have these stars in your chart. It requires knowing what to do. And lastly, if it's an hour pillar, right? Invest in knowledge. That's what it's trying to tell you. Okay, invest in knowledge. Invest in knowledge. Okay, invest in education. That's extremely important. Learning a new subject, expand your mind, because a lot of people are limited thinking, and the reason why they're stuck at where they are right now financially, it's because they don't know what to do next step. So you think about it, the limitations is largely 80% to do with your capacity to have a new way of thinking, a new way of solving problems. People always wish that they have less problems. No, you wish for your ability to solve problems become better. Okay, there will never be no problems. Okay, you can write this down. That problems will always be there. You need to increase your power or your ability to solve problems, because when that increase, you gain more in life. You become happier. You become more fulfilled. Okay, but most people just hope they don't have a problem here. No, it's going to be problematic for a lot. Okay, for those of you who want to know more about the year, as I've told you before, on 2021, January 15 to the 17th. Okay, January 15 to the 17th, if you look at the link on my description section here on my video, there's a link for my live event, Feng Shui Astrology 2021. Make sure you attend that for the updates for the year. Okay, this session right now, I'm not talking about the updates, but if I'm talking about the updates for the whole year, what to expect, what should you plan, how do you plan your business, your career, not just the 12 animal signs, but everything else, it's on that in that live event. So make sure you join that live event on January 15 to the 17th. It'll be 3 sessions. Okay, the link is on the description section right here on this video on YouTube. Okay. All right, so now you generally know about this. Okay, so if you see the rat, because rat has the sickness charm, and it does indicate immune system will be affected. So before you jump to conclusion, say you're going to be the next COVID victim, you're not necessarily. Okay, what it does mean is 2021 onwards, maybe you need to take note of your own immunity. You want to be eating healthier. You want to be looking at a bit more medical checkups or have a much better health or wellness program for yourself. So these things tell you that this is what you need to look out for, because you find that your own personal physical energy level might have reduced. Okay, so that's all it is. Okay, it's not necessary that you're going to get sick and die. Yeah, it's not like that. So not to worry about stuff like this. Okay, so right now I want to answer some questions here. Okay, so here is a question about rat and day pillar. I just explained it. Rat and day pillar basically means that you gotta build more intelligent conversations or meaningful conversations and intellectual relationship with your spouse, because that you prolong the relationship and you make it better. Okay, if everything is an emotional talk, right, everyone's going to get emotional, and it's going to be very hard to have a long lasting companionship. So build something intelligent to talk about. Okay, so let's just see. Right, there are so many questions here. Post a question here and I'll try to answer it. Okay, so I plan to invite my friends, to your Chinese virtual infrastructure. Got any complimentary tickets? Well, call them to your house then. Right now, those days people have to buy separate tickets for their friends. But right now, if your friends are at least watching it from your house, I think there'll be 10 people sharing one TV. I mean, SOP involved, but you can watch it from your house. There's a little limit to how many people are there. Okay. So, what about those who are single? What about them? You mean rats who are single? Well, it's up to your choice. Do you want to be single or do you want to look for somebody, right? So it's up to you. People think that astrology predicts whether or not someone will get a relationship. That's not true. you have better connections. But whether or not you could build a trusting, loving relationship, that's all you. Okay, just because you have the intelligence this year, your intelligence might work against you, right? That's the thing. A lot of intelligent people, really intelligent people, are single. Don't you think so? They're single because they can't deal with the stupidity of other people. So being too intelligent sometimes can be a little bit difficult because you overthink things, you overanalyze things, and you probably find it difficult to have a meaningful conversation. So intelligence is a double-edged sword, and intelligence is generally restricted to your identity and how you see yourself. Okay, if the way you see yourself is where your intelligence will operate. So I'm glad you brought this up, this question here, because some people will just view their intelligence so great that they are trapped within what they think is right and wrong. And the moment anyone disagrees with what they see is right and wrong through their own intelligence, then they're just not the right fit. So therefore, overly smart, intelligent people, the way to overcome their solitary and loneliness, is to break the barriers of that self-identity. Okay, so if you have a very strong, it's like, for example, right, if you are a fan of Liverpool, right, if you're a football fan, you're a fan of Liverpool, no matter how intelligent you are, everything that Liverpool does is correct. It's just right. Okay, no matter how intelligent you are. So intelligence is sort of restricted by identity. So the way to solve this problem is to change the identity. Another word for identity is ego. Okay, I don't like to use the word ego, but that's how you do it. So it's not because you don't have peach blossom or don't have relationships. The issue happens because of your over intelligence. I use the word over intelligence because it makes you feel good, but generally, intelligence can be a double-edged sword. Okay, so you need to know how to control this or break the barriers of their identity in order for it to work for you instead of against you. That's why you think about it, right? So many people are intelligent, yet they're still poor. Why? If you're intelligent, you shouldn't be poor, right? You shouldn't have money problems. Why do you have money problems? Because your intelligence restricts you from, moving out of your comfort zone, right? So that's what you need to do. All right. So right now, as I said earlier, I'm not talking about the other animal signs, Georgina, right? I'm only talking about rats, so you will have to wait till the dog and the goat in my talk later, okay? See, I told you guys, my spider friends, right? People are going to ask about other animal signs, and the fact that this session is about the rat, and you still ask other advice, you need slap, okay? All right. So how to interpret in the 10-year cycle? Okay, the 10-year cycle means that right now in your journey in life, you will come with an opportunity for those 5 things. Number 1, for connection, because that's what combining grandeur means. You have the ability to learn something new this year. You have the ability to increase your knowledge and capacity, right? And there's sickness charm. You might catch an illness or a virus from somebody else because it's external of you. And lastly, surpassing part, maybe you've been disrespected a little bit. But to see this one, another needs slap. I say no other animal sign. You need slap, is it? Langa something? Slap, okay. We're talking about rat. Look at the title of this talk. All right. Okay. So we are, so the luck pillars basically means what you meet with along the way. Okay. Along the way, you meet with the opportunities and the question is whether you take it. And here's the thing. If you have the courage, you can pursue them. But the problem is people think, they're there, but, I'm not sure whether I can take it or not because they're too fearful. Okay. They're too fearful. And and because of fear, they miss a lot of opportunities that come in their destiny. Okay. All right. This is another neat slap. Okay. Slap Tanya, slap. Look at the title. It's called Rat. Okay. All right. So Rising Rat. Okay. That's cool. Okay. So we will so that's what rat in the luck cycle actually means. Okay, so when you look at the opportunities that come, I think you got to develop some form of courage in order to benefit. And if you're a fearful person, you're fearful, right? You fear everything, right? You just have no confidence whatsoever. Then it's quite likely that most of these benefits that you see in the year, you probably won't get it because you probably miss it. Okay, you miss it. You're too fearful to take it, like a new connection, right? You're just too scared to take the next step. So if you're too scared to take the next step, it is obvious that you're not going to get the opportunity, right, that comes along with it. And of course, you may say, but is that guarantee of success? That depends on how experienced you are. Most people think that that experience is something that you got to figure out. No, you can't figure out experience. You got to get the experience, right? Experience is what you get as a result of doing something. So in order to become good at business or to increasing your income and getting better money, it requires you to go out and do something and practice it. You have 365 days to do this. Why not give it a shot? Okay. So I know you're going to say, is it good for Red? Well, for me, it's great because I think there's so many things to look forward to, so many things you can do to make it great. But it will not be great for a lot of people who are fearful. There are a lot of people who sees that, this pandemic is killing me and, there's no opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities. The question is, are we ready to see it? Okay. So are we ready to take the next step? Are we ready to gain the experience necessary to get there? So there is a wealth star, all right. And if you ask for it, you do a bit more this year instead of doing less. There will be chances, great chances, in fact, for you to make more money. Okay. Again, you may say, how much will I make? Right? How much can I make more? Will I be getting a promotion soon? Okay. Kids ask questions like this. You can't get a promotion without taking on new responsibilities and or doing more. So if you are willing to do more, and with your networking opportunities this year, even if you don't get paid a lot at first, but the connection that you build might open up new doors for you to climb up that career opportunity, the next level up. Okay. So let's say you want to do business, right? You need to have experienced businessman or woman in your life to show you the ropes, right? To show you this is how it's done. If you are if you want to start a great relationship, you also have to have people that are role models to you who can learn from, right? You cannot read about good relationships just from a book. You got to be able to experience it by being in it. Okay. You learn to be better in relationships by being in a relationship. So a lot of people who are single, right? So who are single, who say, I don't know, is there an opportunity to meet someone? Listen, apparently the pandemic didn't kill everybody in this world, right? So there will still be people alive somewhere out there that you can talk to and meet. The question is, are you able to build a relationship with them, a friendship at least? Okay, the answer is yes, if you're willing to do so. From the aspect of this chart, there are three ways to do it. Number one, you have the Duke combo, which means your bosses or someone in a high position could recommend or introduce you. Or the method number two, you have the intelligence star. So you figure out a cunning way to connect, maybe, okay? Or number three, Jade Hall is a wealth star. So you got to use your money to buy the opportunity. Either way, all right? Or you could use the negative star, surpassing path. Surpassing path is someone looking down on you, which means you turn a hater into a friend. That build a relationship. Can be like this. Or number three, the other last one is the sickness charm. Sickness charm is, damn it, it might be you're sick and a colleague come see you and now become your friend. Could be either one of these ways, right? So I would prefer the nice way instead of the negative way. I mean, you don't have to force yourself to get sick to know friends. So find out one of these ways. So there are 5 ways for you to get hitched. So choose one, okay? If you sit and meditate your way to having a better relationships, I think you need to get slapped, okay? So no one meditates to get a better relationship, right? You meditate so that you have clarity of mind, okay? So use one of these stars, to get connected with somebody, and then be nice, be friendly, right? Build a friendship first. I mean, come on, you can't meet someone on the first day of your networking because you get a good network style. Hey, can I make love to you? They can't do that, right? Hey, at least build a relationship first. Be friends first, right? So, and over time, right? A couple of months later, I think the relationship can build further, and who knows where it might go. So that's how you do it. Okay, so this is so that's how you use the red, right? So I hope that this session on the rat has interest you, and I'm going to be talking a lot more about the Feng Shui, the Qi, the Yi Jing, everything about 2021 on the Feng Shui and Astrology event. So I want to take this opportunity to tell you about this event. It's happening on January 15 to the 17th. It will be spread across 3 days. I used to do this one live event in Kuala Lumpur with 12,000 people. So we're going to take this live stream this year. The link is on the description section on this video right now. It's joeyyap.com/FSA2021. Check it out and send it to all your friends. If you're already in that, sign up for that. Make sure all your other friends are in there as well. This is going to be the event you don't want to be missing, and join me in that event. And I will be logging in live to talk about other animal signs, and we will see how it goes, okay, depending on which sign I will be on next. All right, so I hope to see you in my FSA event, my annual event, and all the best till then. I hope you enjoyed this session, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and hit on the bell icon for notifications for my next live YouTube session. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. See you then.